afternoon, or wherever you be watching this video, whether live or right now here in the evening time, or tomorrow in the morning, or the next day, or whenever. Thank you for stopping by here to the Sports Talk Network channel. And for this specific episode that I'm doing now for the TV show Riverdale on the CW that airs each and every week on the CW, of course. Check your local listings for time and show in itself and your area. But here in Wisconsin, 8 p.m. Central on the CW each and every Thursday night, which means right afterwards here at 9 p.m. Central, I will be doing reviews for the show, which means Steve's Wrestling Ramble will either be movie Friday or will be late night episodes or before the show airs. Either way, I'll get it done. Don't worry. It's a my problem thing. And it's a good problem to have because Riverdale is an awesome episode and I'm not going to miss it. My Wrestling Ramble podcast can move wherever it so pleases. You know what I mean there. So fans of the show, welcome to check this out and my other video out. I do now have a playlist for it. There might only be 2 videos in there. This one will be joining it after this goes to the channel, on demand, on archive, as I call it. And let me know what you think. Welcome to let other Riverdale fans know. Tweet this at the cast. However, whatever you plan to do, greatly appreciated. Tonight's episode, I had part of it on mute because I was doing my wrestling podcast. But, the great thing of closed caption is a beautiful thing. And I looked up every so often and I kind of got the gist of what was going down in that episode. And it certainly was a lot of things, a lot of interesting things. And like I say like I will be saying here each and every week, check out the show on the CW, on iTunes, however, wherever you could find it. I don't even know. Is it on Hulu or something? You can watch it later. If you miss it live at this time, then watch the show, watch the episode, enjoy it for what it is and its awesomeness. And it's putting together the puzzle pieces, finding out who done it and that stuff. That's why I love these type of shows. They just get me so amped. Being an amateur sleuth and doing that sort of thing. That's why I love MTV Scream. That old show that used to be called Who Done It. I actually am a friend with one of the former cast members there. We follow each other on Twitter and Instagram. And other shows, Who Done It, Scream Queen, Scream. So as you can tell on my playlist, I do reviews for Scream Queens and MTV's Scream, which both will be coming back on the respective networks. Goodbye, as I say, in the future at some point. So certainly look forward to doing those reviews again at that time. But here, to whet my appetite in that way, those kind of shows, Riverdale is on a network, the CW, that I usually don't watch that much. I know Supergirl is now there, The Flash, and other shows like that where I dip in time to time to watch, but I have a lot of other shows that I watch too on regular either cable or network shows. Modern Family, Kevin Can Wait, Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory is one of my favorite and my family's favorite as well. So other things that I'm doing, and enjoying. But Riverdale, I'm certainly enjoying thoroughly each and every week. I know that my other video is episodes 1 through 4 because I didn't do individual reviews because I didn't know if I wanted to. I want to give new shows a chance. Even though I assume I'm going to like them, I also want to give it that grace period, so to speak, whether that's smart or dumb, however you feel. That's fine. But to me, I feel that's the way I want to do it with new shows, even if I think I'm going to love them off the bat. Like this one, got me from jump, got me from the start, It really grabbed me and got me to want to keep watching. And not just for the simple fact that there's a murder and now we have to find out who done it. Not just that, but the overall other characters as well. Plus, I heard it was from a comic book, Archie Comics. I never read them, so that might actually be a plus with me not knowing how that went. Bates Motel, I actually watched that the first couple of seasons, and I haven't kept on it, but it is on Netflix, I do believe. So if I want to catch up, I can do that any time. Excuse me. Yeah, could catch up on this show, Ronnie, whenever you can, and I will catch up on Bates Motel whenever I can, because Bates Motel was certainly interesting. I mean, the story and itself, the real life story is interesting and stuff, and now putting it to a TV show, it was a great show. I think I heard it's in this final season, or not. I don't know. I thought I heard that, but anyways, I'll try to do my catching up as well as you catch up here to Riverdale. I have more episodes to catch up on. Riverdale here, 5th episode. Like I said, it was tons of fun for sure, and certainly was interesting The biggest thing I took out of this episode is I look here at my notes on my phone. No, it's not a smartphone, but it does have a notebook app thing, whatever. As I, jot down some notes or type them out here on my phone. But General Boss, and her, why she is the way she is. And more so that being because of her parents. Parents really being nasty to her in that way, to be quite honest. And that being her motivation or being a reasoning motivation why she's okay. Monday's on eating. Her motivation to be why she is and how she is to those people and trying to fear people and have that and all this other stuff. And Veronica, who is new to town, called her on her BS. But now in this episode, 4 episodes later from that premiere, now they're friends because Veronica now understands why Cheryl's this way and how much really truly heartbroken she was of her brother's death. And like I said last week, when I was doing my 4-episode speed review, that this week I'm probably going to get my top 5. And a great place to do it. Get my top 5 with the 5th episode. But I might have to eliminate Cheryl from the top 5. Maybe I'll keep her on there just for now. But if I had a top 5, actually, top 5, I'm going to go Melanie, Fred, or 5th, Melanie, 4th, Fred, 3rd, Reggie, 2nd, Veronica. Like I said, new people, you never know. New people to towns. They're usually the ones who done it. And then number 1, actually, Alice Cooper. Oh, no, not Alice Cooper. Yeah, who else? For number 1. So that's certainly going to be interesting to see how things break down. But like I said, great episode. That's the big thing I took away from it. Like I said, Cheryl Blossom and her situation and just how much her parents were little, pretty much, and why, like I said, she was the way she is, and now she's trying to change and being a better person. That's why her and Betty and Veronica are now getting along and being friends, and maybe not besties yet, but friends. Veronica being there for her at her break there in their home. So that was the purposes of this episode. This was what the main thing was. That's why it was the biggest thing I took out of the episode, because it was what was supposed to be the biggest thing taken out of this episode, because it was focused on the Blossom family and their secrets. And when we gave, I thought we were talking about, because she thought that Betty was somebody else, her daughter or whatever, I suppose, or something like that. To that point, extent, this ring and something. So that has to mean something. And that might be the reason why we don't have it in the first place. You know what I mean? So, and again, Jughead, Symmetrical Cool Sprouse, doing pretty awesome. Certainly interesting seeing him growing up and not part of this show. But certainly very entertaining. Like I said, another excellent show. A lot of secrets unlocked from that family. And certainly will be interesting to see how things go moving forward. Like I just can't get enough how awesome this show is. Like it's just as impactful and great as Scream and Scream Queens are in its own way. Like its own way of flowing the episodes. And then Archie, Mr. Possum there in that moment when he hands her his number and everything, and she's stroking his hair, and that was kind of a weird, kind of creepy moment there. Got lost in a moment that she did there, so that was really interesting upon itself. But yeah, like I said, not too much else going on with. Well, the other big thing I guess you could say is with Fred and Alice, their situation there at the diner, and Fred finding out some interesting things from her and what role she might be playing, which is why, as of right now, she's my number one suspect. Like what things will be unearthed in her past, in her situation. Going from there certainly will be interesting. We'll be something to see how that all unfolds. But that pretty much does it here for this review for this week's. Like I said, this one is shorter than the other one because that one I had to go through 4 episodes worth. This one here, just episode by episode. Yes, Ronnie. It is based. I guess is what I heard is based on the Archie comics, but from also what I heard and read, before the series started, the TV show is going to try to go a little different in how the comics went. And since I never read any of these comics, I don't know how that went. I didn't know how that love triangle went, which I'm used to from Girl Meets World. The Girl Meets World show on Disney Channel, or soon to be hopefully on Netflix or otherwise, because it was canceled on Disney. But that love triangle there, Lucas, Maya, and Matthew Riley. So, but this one's certainly not as interesting. But yeah, based on the Archie comics, I never read them, so I don't know how that went. But I guess they're doing things a little bit different. Jughead, though, is a certainly interesting name for a character in the comics or in the TV show. It's certainly interesting. I guess in a way it fits for him with his story and background that we've learned so far. But still, every time I hear Jughead, I think more like his parents should be military veterans than what his father is. So yeah, but yes, that is what it was loosely based on. Yes, Topanga, Corey, the antithesis of a couple from my generation. Yes, from Boy Meets World, it was the remake and the version and everything. It was, and hopefully, as I'm hearing, they might get picked up by another network. We just don't know which one, and we'll have to wait to hear from the show director and creator of if they do get picked up by another network and get to continue their show on from there. Well, thanks to everybody watching live or archived. Like I said, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Trying to go to this channel and interact with as many people as I can. So hope you guys and gals all have a great rest of your evening. Tomorrow I have my 4 p.m. interview. I got 4 p.m. Central, my interview with the pro wrestler there, and at the time, interview number 2, but my first interview with a female superstar. So that's going to be awesome. This episode of Riverdale itself was awesome, as each and every episode will be. I love these type of shows with murder mystery, with finding clues, being an amateur sleuth, trying to find the facts, put the puzzle pieces together in my own way. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Like if you check out my playlist for my MTV Scream or Scream Queens on Fox, those separate playlists, sometimes I'm not always right. But even if I'm wrong, they certainly do a guy's job with the finale of those seasons. And I look forward to those shows coming back as well. I'm interviewing Katrina Von Cage, another indie wrestler from the United Kingdom. So again, dealing with time difference there. That time works for her in her area. 4 p.m. in my time, I think about 10 p.m. in her time. I think it's 6-hour difference. But 4 p.m. here Central, 4 p.m. my time is when I'll be going live with that interview. And hey, that movie started something new, just like me doing movie reviews and trailer reactions to movies as well. Because I'm looking forward to seeing Beauty and the Beast, Power Rangers. This weekend I'll be seeing Lego Batman movie, and I'll be doing a review there. A review about that movie as well. So I got a lot of things going on for this channel, trying to help it grow and see which niche has the most following, and we'll go from there. Always go where the fans want you to go, right? Where the target audience wants to drive. They drive this ship more than I do. They drive this ship more than I do, in a way, because without your fans, without a following, without any subscribers, obviously, you can't become what you want to become. Understood. Greatly appreciated. And as always, if you are watching archive, welcome to like the video, share it. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll be back again tomorrow, 4 p.m. for Steve's Wrestling Ramble interview special with Katrina Von Cage UK indie wrestler. And as always, take care.